everyone, I'm Maki. Kira Yamato, the protagonist of the Gundam Seed series, is a character who faces many challenges. He is depicted as a being with the strongest piloting skills of humanity, combined with a spirit that does not desire battle. In the latest movie, Seed Freedom, his inner conflict will likely be portrayed as well. An important figure in analyzing Kira Yamato's story is Frey. She is a character often misunderstood by many fans. This misunderstanding is largely due to her statements that drive Hero to battle and ultimately lead to his death in combat. However, her mindset changes over time, transforming her into an irreplaceable presence for Kira. She is a different existence from the women in the Gundam series who appear before the protagonist with intense malice. The misunderstandings might be attributed to the extremely challenging production schedule of the TV anime, which possibly prevented the detailed portrayal of the character's emotions. In this discussion, we will analyze Frey and Kira Yamato. Perhaps we will find elements that may be related to the story of the movie. Let's turn our attention to the final showdown with Roller Crete. This is the battle that takes place after Frey has already lost her life. However, it's a battle that helps us understand the significance of her existence. The Crete confronts Kira with a taunt. You should not exist in this world. If people knew about the existence of super coordinators, many would crave abilities like yours. Kira Yamato seems unable to give a clear answer to these words. What are you saying? That's not. Crete continues to speak to Kira. That's why your existence is unacceptable. Kira responds, my strength is not all there is to me. However, the Crete retorts, who understands what you are saying? Nobody does. Crete appears to completely uttaga Kira. Yet, there is certainly someone who deeply understands that Kira is not just about strength. Someone who, witnessing Kira's immense power, did not envy or desire the same abilities. Someone who understood that Kira, despite his great power, also had a very fragile spirit and often shatters. Yes, the one who could truly refute all of Roller Crete's words is none other than Frey. Let's recall the last conversation between Frey and Kira. It's the same where the students who became crew members of the Archangel are reuniting with their families. Frey, who has lost her parents, is spending time alone. Then, Kira comes to her. Frey, disturbed by Kira's kind consideration, ends up saying words she doesn't truly mean. Isn't it you who is suffering? Isn't it you who is to be pitied? Kira is pitiful. Kira is lonely, fighting and enduring hardships, crying because he can't protect. Why do I have to be sympathized with by Kira? Don't you think these words of Frey act as a rebuttal to Crete's statements? Frey clearly perceives the vulnerable parts of Kira's heart. Her words don't reflect jealousy towards Kira, rather they seem to pity him. However, Kira, mentally cornered, pushes Frey away. Let's stop this, we were mistaken. Afterward, Kira and Frey hardly have any meaningful conversation before parting ways. This scene was incredibly significant for Kira Yamato. How did Roller Crete respond to such rebuttals? As mentioned earlier, Frey lost her life at the hands of Roller Crete. Frey had her life taken before she could make a rebuttal. Whether this was mere coincidence or a result of Crete's abilities remains unclear. The family of Adolf Flagler is known to have built immense wealth through an intuition resembling foresight. It wouldn't be surprising if Creed had deciphered the concerns of Frey Ulster, who continually worried about Kiro Yamato. By striking her down with a beam in front of Kiro, Creed's revenge was complete. His goal was to avenge humanity's desire that created imperfect beings like himself. Afterward, Frey's spirit speaks to Kiro saying, "My true love will protect you." However, according to director Mitsuo Fukuda, Frey's words did not reach Kiro at this moment. This is portrayed through the disconnect in their conversation. By shooting Frey, Creed essentially won the battle. Kiro forever lost the opportunity to rebut Creed. Indeed, Kiro later defeats the Providence Gundam. But by then, Creed had become indifferent to his own life. Can we really consider this a victory for Kira? In fact, the novel version depicts a slightly different development. Previously, I discussed Mulov Flavor on my program. Mulov Flavor took on the role of rebutting Roller Creed's words and reminding Kiro that his strength is not all there is to him. However, with the decision to produce Seed Destiny, it was established that Mulov Flavor did not die. The scene where Mulov Flavor sparks a rebuttal against Roller Creed might be better seen as a possible scenario that might have existed. In the movie's promotional video, there is a scene where Kiro Yamato's face shines. It looks like the activation of the seed ability, but it also resembles the light from the scene. Where Frey speaks to Kiro with this light, Frey disappears and envelops Kiro. This light is very similar. Perhaps after more than 20 years, Frey and Kiro might be able to reconcile from the heart. Could it be that Frey is living inside Kiro? It's a directorial technique that sometimes appears in the Gundam series. Another intriguing aspect is the character of Agnes Giovanat. The fact that the voice actor is Ms. Hoko Kuwashima, who also voices Frey Ulster, has become a topic of discussion among fans. It's common in animation for the same voice actor to play multiple characters. However, there was a past scene where Frey mistook Creed for her father. In this Roller Creed and George Ulster were both voiced by Mr. Toshihiko Seki. Is this just a coincidence? It feels like a very complex web of human relationships is about to emerge. Will we see a conclusion where Frey reconciles and Kiro Yamato embraces the positive belief that he deserves to love someone? Or will Agnes become the final enemy in Seed Freedom? I'm really looking forward to seeing how the story unfolds.